So hello and welcome back to the reset ritual. Today we're going to start in a supine position. Coming to lay down and bringing your feet on the floor. And then just grounding yourself here. We're going to take some deep breaths. Feeling the sensation of the body on the floor. The feet on the floor. And starting to breathe into the belly. Breathing into the chest. Filling up as much as possible and exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Into the belly and the chest. Letting the chest expand. And exhaling through the mouth. One last time, breathing into the belly, into the chest, and exhale through the mouth. Just checking in with the body, tuning into how you're feeling today. I'm going to be doing a hip opening class, so we're really working on the hip flexors today. So bring in the left ankle on top of the right knee here, and stay in here if this is enough for you, or if you want to bring your hands through the middle and the outside of the leg, go ahead, or bring them on top of the shin. It depends how flexible you are. Making sure that there's no pain in the knee here, but we're pushing that left knee out to the sky and pushing the left foot up towards the sky as well, and holding here. Taking some big deep breaths, noticing the sensations in your body. This is opening the glutes and the outside of the leg. Really pushing into that left knee to open it up towards the sky. And allowing the body to relax here, so we don't want to be forcing the position. One more breath here. And then releasing and taking the opposite leg, the right ankle towards the left knee here, and same again, taking the hands through, either staying where you are, taking the hands through, flexing this right foot towards the sky and taking that right knee out towards the sky as well. Come into a position where you're not forcing and where you can feel the stretch on the outside of the right leg here, taking some breath, trying to relax the body into the posture. And then slowly releasing, placing that left foot to the floor. And then come into an all fours position. And we're going to go into low lunge. So coming onto the left knee and bringing the right foot forwards this time. So we don't want our hips to be back. We want to tuck our pelvis under. So it's going to increase the stretch on the front of the left hip here. So you can either stay here, placing your hands on your hips, or you can take your hands to the floor, making sure the belly is lifted in. So squeezing your stomach in as well. Or if you want to, you can take your hands up to the sky and make it more advanced. Or take that right hand down, maybe on the block or some books, and reaching that left hand up and over. Maintaining this position if you want to stay here. And then just coming back to the breaths, remembering to tuck that pelvis forwards. Taking some deep breaths, really pushing down into the feet and into the left knee. So just notice the sensations in your body. Where can you feel it the most? And then we're going to take the right hand on the inside of the right foot here. Placing both hands on the floor, or if you want to, you can come onto your fingertips or onto some blocks or some books if you don't have any yoga blocks. Taking that right foot out to the side, and we're taking the right knee and pushing it over to the right wrong edge of the mat. And again, taking some breaths here. If you really want to take it more advanced, go lower, so bringing it onto your elbows, but you're more than welcome to just stay here. And again, really concentrating on trying to pull the bottom of the pelvis forward so you increase the stretch in that front left hip, as well as pushing that right knee out to the side, taking some breaths. Really tune into relaxing all of the muscles in the hips here. So in each posture, really try and focus on the exercise at hand. One more breath here. And then take that right hand on the outside of the right leg again. And we're going to go for half split. Taking your hips back here, extending that right leg straight. You might need a bend in your legs here. It doesn't matter if you're not fully extended in this leg. Maybe flexing the feet up towards the sky if you can. Again, you can use blocks here if you need to. But we're pulling that right hip back, pushing that right heel into the floor. And also extending our chest forwards towards our toes here. So it's like we're pushing into the ground, pulling back with our hips and reaching forward with our chest. Take some deep breaths. Going to a point where you feel no pain but slight discomfort and starting to relax the body here. One more big deep breath. And then coming forwards, you're more than welcome to switch between these two if that feels good for you. Inhale, come forwards, one more. And exhale, go back. And coming all the way forwards. Going to take it on the other side, so hands go down, right knee comes back, left foot goes forwards this time. So again, coming into that lunge position. So we're not pushing our hips back, we're tucking the bottom of the pelvis under, so we increase the stretch on the right side this time. Hands on the hip, hands up to the sky, or left hand down, and right hand up, hands where you were before. Take the same on this side. So remembering to pull the bottom of the hips forward, squeezing the belly in, chest up and head up. Feeling the opening in the hips here, pushing the feet and the knee down towards the floor and coming back to your breath. Relaxing the muscles in the hips here. Two more big breaths here. And then we'll bring in the left hand on the inside of the left foot this time. Again, pulling the bottom of the pelvis forwards, taking that left knee out to the side, chest up. You can put your hands on some blocks here, or you can take it down low if you want to. But finding a position where you can relax the muscles in the hips here and you're not tensing up in your shoulders or in your jaw. Using any pillows or blocks where you need them. And taking some breaths. Feeling the opening on the front of the right hip, on the inside of the left hip. And just relaxing the body. Come back to the sensation of the inhale and the exhale. And then come in to place the left hand on the outside of the left leg again here. And we're going to take half splits. So pushing the hips back, extending that left leg. You might not get quite full extension. Coming onto your fingertips maybe or some blocks. Reaching those toes towards your face. Pulling the hips back or pulling the right hip back. Grounding the left heel into the floor and reaching your chest forward. Taking some breaths. Again, you might not have full extension in that left leg. Coming back to the breath. Feeling the sensation along the back of the left leg here. And then you can switch between these two. So coming forwards, remembering pulling the bottom of the hips forward. Inhale. And exhale back, extend. Reaching forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And releasing. So now we're going to be going through camel pose, but we haven't warmed up too much in the chest area, so please take it easy. And just remembering, if you do feel pain, just come out of the posture. If you feel comfortable on your knees, you can just take the hands back here and reaching the chest up, and if you want to advance that, you can reach the hips up to the sky. That's an alternative to what we're going to be doing right now. Coming onto your knees, you can either take your feet flat or you can put them into the floor. It's totally up to you. If you're going into the more advanced posture, we're not going to do that today, but if you know how to get into it, then go ahead. We're going to take the palms of the hands and place them on the lower back here, and again pulling the hips under, so we're really squeezing the bottom of the pelvis forward, so we're activating the glutes, and then we want to be strong through the core here as well. So placing our fingers pointing down on our lower back here, and elbows are going to come and try and meet together to support the back. I'm just taking a little back bend here, squeezing the glutes and squeezing the core, lifting the chest up towards the sky, and elbows come together, taking some breath. You should feel the stretch along the front of the legs, the front of the chest, front of the hips, but trying to tune it into the breath here. And then slowly coming down, and we're going to take that another 2 times here. Just tuning back into the breath, back into the sensations of the body, maybe closing down the eyes here and just checking in with the body and noticing how it's making you feel. Any specific sensations that you're feeling that are specific to your body. And then slowly coming back onto the knees and taking the hands and the fingers pointing down again, just squeezing that pelvis under, and then reaching the elbows together, chest up, taking some breath here, squeezing the glutes and the core, chest up to the sky, reaching up, knees reaching down towards the floor here, noticing the sensation, hopefully a stretch on the front of the hips here where the hip flexors are. 2 more big breaths. And bringing the bum back down to the knees here, or any comfortable sitting position for you. And just closing down the eyes, bringing the hands on your lap here, and coming back to the breath. Camel can take us out of our breath. Our heart rate can increase, and just noticing the sensations that brings into the body. Heat rises. This can be quite an intense posture for most of us. Not used to sitting with an open chest, especially stretching in the front of the hips and in the chest. It can be quite an overwhelming posture. So only taking it to a point where you feel challenge and no pain, where you can still take deep breaths, or you're more than welcome to skip the next round and just come to that modified position. We're going to come into the final round of that, so you're more than welcome to drop back and place the hands on the heels or on the shins if you've been there before, but just be mindful of your back and don't drop back too far too early when the chest isn't open and the back doesn't feel supported, otherwise it might cause injury to the lower back. So coming onto the knees here, pointing the fingers down towards the floor, tucking the pelvis under, starting to reach the chest up to the sky, bringing your elbows together and maybe looking up to the sky as well, and coming back to your breath here, strong through the core and strong through the glutes here, reaching that chest up towards the sky. Come back to your breath. And then slowly bringing the hips down and just resting the palms, closing down the eyes. Tune back into the breath for inhale, exhale. Bringing the heart rate down again. And the next posture we're going to be coming into is bridge pose. So again, this is going to be strengthening for the glute and opening up our chest region and also opening up the hip flexors. So placing the feet on the floor, making sure you feel grounded in the feet. Knees are pointing up towards the sky. First posture is we're going to take the hips all the way up to the sky here. You can bring your hands underneath your hips for support, bringing the elbows in here. Remembering that our knees are coming inwards, so we want to have a slight squeeze in our knees here, really still pushing our our hips and using our glutes up towards the sky. Either holding here, or you're more than welcome to start interlacing your hands behind here, underneath, and trying to bring the shoulders in together ever so slightly, trying not to move the neck in this posture. So we're really pushing the feet into the floor and pulling the heels in towards the glutes, pulling the knees together and pushing the hips up towards the sky here. Taking some breaths. And also using the triceps as well to push into the ground here. Come back to your breath a few more times. Really squeezing the glutes towards the sky. Feeling the stretch along the front of the body, along the legs, along the chest, maybe in the back of the shoulders. And then slowly releasing the hands, releasing the hips back down to the floor here. You're more than welcome to take your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Giving a little massage of the back muscles here. Take a breath, exhale. And then from this position, we're going to take the left leg out long, bringing that right knee towards your chest here, and taking that right knee over to the left side. You can extend your right arm out long or bring it into a cactus shape here, looking over to that right side if you can. And again, coming back to the relaxation of this posture, starting to relax the body again. And just tuning into the sensations that you feel. Can you feel it in the spine, in the outside of the legs, in the hip flexors, or the inside of the legs, in the shoulders, trying to keep that right shoulder on the floor. Couple more breaths here. Really sinking the body into the floor. And then slowly coming back to center, bringing that right knee into your chest. And then extending that right leg out long, bringing the left knee to your chest this time. And then taking that left knee over to the right side here. Either extending that left hand out or bringing it to cactus. Taking some big deep breaths. Again, allowing the body to relax here. Allowing it to sink into the floor and tune into what sensations you can feel in your body. Keeping that left shoulder on the floor, looking over to the left side, and come back to the breath. And inhale and exhale. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly coming back to center, bringing both knees into your chest again. Taking a big deep breath, maybe taking any movement that you need. You might want to take a happy baby. We're going to slowly bring the bottoms of our feet together, placing them on the floor and taking the knees out wide. So bringing your feet either closer to your body to increase the stretch or further away to decrease the stretch. You want to be in a position where you can completely relax here. My feet are quite far away from the body. And just either bringing your hands out wide or bringing them one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. We're going to go through the breaths just to finish the practice here and open the hips one last time. So starting to tune into the breath here. Breathe in through the nose, expand the belly and the chest. And out through the mouth. In through the nose, belly and chest expand. Out through the mouth. One last big breath in through the nose, belly and chest expand. Out through the mouth. And just tuning into the sensations that this posture is giving you. Opening of the hips on the inside of the hips, along the inside of the legs, and also in the hips themselves. Allowing the body to fully relax here. And then slowly you can take your hands either side of the knees here. And then you can take a windshield wipers just to bring some movement back into the hips here. And come back to the breath. And then slowly making your way up to a seated position. I hope you've enjoyed today's practice. Personally, I've really enjoyed it. I can feel the difference. This one is particularly important because a lot of the time we're sat down and we don't stretch the front of our hip when we're in that state of fight or flight. The first thing we want to do is tense all of our muscles. So yes, our shoulders can be an area of tension, but also our hips can be, because we don't realize it, but we are holding on to a lot of tension when we're in that state of stress. So I hope you've enjoyed today's practice, and let me know how you find it. I love to hear back from you, and I'll see you on the next one.